A former girlfriend of Prince Harry has admitted she feels lucky that the split up and that their relationship did not last because of the lifestyle it brought. Florence St. George, a former model who dated Prince Harry in 2011, said she struggled with the media attention their relationship received. She also said that she takes her hat off to people who can cope with that lifestyle, potentially referring to the Duke of Sussex's wife Meghan Markle, who he married in 2018. "My privacy ended abruptly, and the scrutiny began," she told Stella magazine. "A new story would appear almost every day in the press. My school friends were interrogated and there were photographers outside my front door. I take my hat off to those people who can cope with that lifestyle, but I knew I couldn't. Although it was sad at the time, I feel lucky that the relationship was short-lived." Mrs. St. George ultimately married Henry St. George, the vice president of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, in 2014, and the couple now have 2 children, Iris and Jimmy. Another of Prince Harry's high-profile relationships was with Zimbabwean lawyer Chelsea Davy, whom the Duke had known since his school days. However, she also ended their romance after realizing she wasn't cut out for royal life, with the realization reportedly coming after she watched the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge tie the knot in 2011. Royal biographer Robert Lacey explains in his book Battle of Brothers that shortly after the wedding, where Harry had been his brother's best man, Chelsea finally ended their long romance. He writes, "In 2011, after more comings and goings, she finally decided to go, and it was, ironically, Kate and William's grand and glorious wedding that spring that did it for her." According to a friend, she told Harry that she could never make the sacrifices she had witnessed Kate making, particularly when it came to molding her life around the unremitting attention of the press. It wasn't just Chelsea who decided against royal life, his next girlfriend Cressida Bonas did too. The Burberry model met Harry in 2012 and the pair dated on and off until 2014. Mr. Lacey added, "A rising actress, Cressida did not enjoy the critical remarks that she could hear people making behind her back when she walked down the street in London. She felt that the fame of her relationship put her in a box." Another news, The Interview, which took place on Thursday, discussed how the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are getting on with their new life in the US, having moved away from the royal family. However, unfortunately the surprise interview happened to coincide with Prince Charles and Camilla's tour of Jordan and Egypt. Royal expert Jenny Bond said it was unfortunate that the first overseas royal tour since the pandemic began was overshadowed by other news stories. Ms. Bond, "It is very unfortunate, particularly coming in the middle of an important tour, the first official overseas tour since the pandemic of senior royals. It always annoys the palace when other news stories overshadow a tour. So much work goes into these tours, so that's unfortunate." The royal tour, which saw the Prince of Wales and Duchess of Cornwall carry out more than 30 engagements, was conducted over just 4 days and was made in a bid to strengthen bilateral relations. Wrapping up their tour, Camilla said that despite acting like tourists, the trip was more than just a holiday. She said, "We are not on holiday. We might be dressed up and photographed against the pyramids like tourists, but we are not on holiday. We are working for the government and country, and we are trying to make a difference." Despite the terrible timing of the interview, Ms. Bond added it was likely beyond Meghan's control. She said, "She probably didn't have much say in when this was going to go out, but why she did it, I have no idea. It was innocuous stuff, it was starlit stuff. It seems to me that Meghan is no longer royal. She had a brief interlude of being truly royal and now she is a celebrity again. And good luck to her, use that platform, build that brand, but I really don't regard her as royal anymore at all."